All right, now it's time
yeah.
for the WXF.
XFW.
The Extreme Wrestling Federation, brother.
Excitement Wrestling Federations was the XWF. Well, before we
In
get
your
to that,
face!
In your face!
Sorry, I just had to get that out there.
Let's take a look at the Observer stuff from around time. A lot of XWF stuff here.
What is the date of this show? Or do we know?
It's November 13th.
Okay. All right, so we're going around that.
2001.
Holy. We're doing that
It's
for
the
the
day after my birthday.
Our Observer
2001.
notes are from 2001, the day after your birthday. Okay.
Yes, correct. This is so this first one is November 5th, 2001, from the Observer. What appears to be the first attempt to start up an alternative national product since the demise of WCW and ECW. The XWF is only a week plus from starting out and cloaked in much secrecy. The promotion is expected to hold a major press conference this coming week to announce talent, details of television, and officially its first tapings on 11/13 and 11/14 at Universal in Orlando. Hulk Hogan officially announced his participation in the promotion on October 25th when he called into the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Dude, I am so fucking sick of hearing about Bubba the Love Sponge. Dude, his TNA shit, get this guy the fuck out of here, man.
It's all Hogan's fault, too. He kept fucking bringing this dude around. God damn it. It is generally considered a joke within wrestling when Hogan makes these appearances since his statements almost never turn out to be true. Hogan continued that by claiming he was the majority owner of the new company, and by being the owner, he'd deal directly with talent instead of having to work through the intermediary like Vince McMahon or Eric Bischoff like in the past. In reality, Hogan has no ownership interest in the company, but on the television show will play the role of the owner in something of a Vince McMahon-like role, which also doesn't
Willie?
Hogan and those in the company are trying to get the word out that Hogan will not be wrestling, but in actuality, the plans are for Hogan to wrestle in a few major events per year, with the theoretical idea that Hogan, Piper, and other names from the past will give viewers to the show based on curiosity, but success or failure will rest with the younger stars that will carry the load in ring. Hogan's name does open doors for a new group, probably more than any possible free agent, with the exception of Goldberg. There is also the Hogan track record of ventures that are primarily vehicles to get himself over.
By the way, no contracts for this company.
None. Yes.
They had plans for all of these guys with no contracts.
Which we will talk later on. I don't know if I have it in the notes here, but I mean, we kind of remember.
In 2001, no contracts.
None. The actual owners are Walter Franks and Ludwig Denny, infomercial guys from Texas, who reportedly have earmarked $30 million for the venture. Dude. Hogan is working with Calvin Sullivan, booking and working in the office for a venture largely being run by Jimmy Hart and Brian Knobs of the Nasty Boys.
Look, man, IHOP Denny's or whatever that guy's name was, if you gave us $1 million, we will have the greatest independent promotion that you've ever seen. I promise you.
And it would last a long time.
It would. Too. Oh my God, you'd fund 1 million shows. Like you literally fund us for so long.
Yeah, fucking seriously, man.
Yeah, man. Holy shit. Like this promotion sucked dick. Dude,
it's horrible.
Yeah,
dude,
man.
It's horrible. And like, so what we're watching today, the first episode of XWF, it was filmed in 2001. This DVD is released in 2005.
Wow.
So like, they do four or five shows, and then it's done, and no one sees it until 2005.
So they recorded the 5 episodes or 4. There was supposed to be 5. I don't know where the 5th one is. 5, they recorded 5.
I don't know. Threw it away.
So the fucking people who started the company were Jimmy Hart, Brian Knobs, and fucking Greg the Hammer Valentine, by the way.
Yes.
And they were somehow able to sell this shit with no contracts to 2 infomercial guys. And they said, sure, here's a lot of money.
Here's
and
$30 million.
So they pitched, the problem was that they promised them TV. So they said, we were going to get on TV. So they made a fucking sizzle reel. They had 5 episodes, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
They had all that shit. And then Vince McMahon said, I'm going to hire every single person on this entire roster back right now. And none of them hesitated even once. Dude, they just left immediately.
It's insane. Yeah. So here are some of the names that are for the beginning of this. Vampiro, Kurt Hennig, who goes to TNA and WWF. Nasty Boys, Josh from Tough Enough, who I don't even remember being gone from WWE. The Shane twins who get signed, Ron and Don Harris, Conan, Carly Colon, who I think is Carlito, Juventud, Norman Smiley, Crowbar, Psychosis, Christopher Daniels, The Road Warriors, AJ Styles, Spanky, Michael Modest, Low Key, Emery Hale, and possibly Mark Mero. Those were the first potential names here for this company.
Which, really looking back at it, what's funny is that they did a little thing at the start of this show.
Jerk themselves off.
Yeah, the whole DVD. And we'll talk about it a little bit more when we get there. But they were putting over how foresighted they were to have AJ Styles in the company. And then we get to the fucking match with AJ Styles. He does fucking nothing and gets blown the fuck up.
Yeah, probably the coolest elimination in his match, but he's still like...
there was obviously no plans for him in this company.
Yeah, no.
Of course, they were like, after he got big in TNA and they fucking pushed him in TNA. And
we got AJ Styles,
DVD.
Daddy.
We had AJ Styles around the whole time, Daddy.
That's right, Jimmy. The group has reached a deal with Universal to run not only regular TV tapings, but 3 events per week as a park attraction. The plan is also to do house show tours, although it isn't clear whether the plans for a Christmas week rollout for these events will happen. They had a commitment for 52 episodes, supposedly from Mansfield Entertainment. But I don't know if that actually ever really happened. Seemingly, it did not. It is believed a television deal will be announced within the next few weeks, and these tapings of a 2-hour special and 8 one-hour shows are not simply pilots. The TV will be similar to the 1980s. Great idea. They are going to train wrestlers in both the ring and interviews at the Florida WrestlePlex with Greg Valentine as lead instructor, and pay wrestlers a weekly salary similar to what WWF pays developmental talent. So they had they had plans. They were going to do all this TV. They had a school already. They fucking had commitments to this shit. They were going to do 3 shows a week as park attractions. They were going to these guys were going to have jobs. And
Vince McMahon said, no, you were not.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go back with the Hulkster. Sorry about that.
They were going to give them jobs without contracts? That's kind of crazy.
Jobs, no contracts, salary, and training.
That's awesome.
So, because I think David Pinzer was a part of this company too.
Yes, he's the ring announcer, right?
Yeah, but he was like behind the scenes involved.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's some more shit later that his name might come up, but yeah.
Yeah, he said that by the time they fucking got the sizzle reel and went to try to go to TV with it, they're like, oh, that's awesome. You have Hulk Hogan? No. It's like, oh, that's cool. You got Jerry Lawler? No, we do not. All right, well, you got Sable? No, we do not.
Kurt Hennig?
No, we do not.
Bobby Heenan? No, he's going. Mean Gene? No, he's also.
We don't have Mean Gene either. So, yeah, by the time they got to actually pitching this for TV, the tapings apparently went great. But by the time they went to TV, it was already over.
So, from the November 12th, 2001 Observer, nothing has changed in regard to Hogan. The 45-day contracts with the wrestlers signed all expire at the end of the year. Oh, so they did sign deals, but they were only for 45 days.
Oh, okay.
What the hell?
They signed on the deals that expired at the beginning of the year, which is like Royal Rumble season, which is like the fucking worst time for them to have that happen.
I think Kurt Hennig showed up at the Royal Rumble, didn't he?
Kurt Hennig does show up at the 2001 Rumble.
45-day contracts is crazy.
Yeah, that is fucking gnarly.
It must have been like 45 days. We'll get the TV deal. We'll re-sign them.
And then we'll sign you to a bigger and better deal. These are just...
Nah, bro. Everybody knows 1 year minimum when you're doing the contracts. There's no way.
Yeah, fucking shit, man. Hogan said they are interested in Hall, although I'm sure Hall will wait to see if he gets a WWF deal before committing. Claimed he was 2 weeks away from signing a match at Mania last year against Vince, but backed out because his family didn't want him to go on the road. Meltzer says, actually, the negotiations were for a match with Triple H, but he backed out because the finish was going to be a pedigree in the middle, and he wasn't ready for that.
That doesn't work for me.
From the F4W newsletter from November 19th, a press release issued on November 11th announced an appearance by Hulk Hogan at the tapings. The original plan was to build towards a Hogan versus Sting match at the first XWF pay-per-view, but Hogan's status with the company is unclear as of press time. the press release for this company, and they still don't know if Hogan's on board, and they are fucking gung-ho on how much shit they're gonna fucking do here. It's crazy. There's talk that he's agreed to come in to do these appearances, but hasn't committed to anything after that. This is purely speculation, but my belief is he wants to spend as much time possible with his father, who is very sick and doesn't want to worry about having to make wrestling commitments in the near future, which is totally fine.
Dude, if I'm fucking starting a company, man, and my first fucking idea is we're gonna do Hogan and Sting, brother.
You probably have that ironed out a little bit.
It's like, yeah, it's like if we start a company in like 2001, we're like, yeah, we're gonna do Austin and Rock, I think.
That was our first pay-per-view.
That's a good one, I think. Go for that one.
Hey, man,
everyone, that'll be fine.
Jimmy Hart is like best friends with Hogan, right? Isn't he? So
that's right, Daddy.
He can probably make it happen.
Yeah, I got him right here. He signed.
Yeah, we're going right over here, Daddy. Yep.
He told me he was going to sign these papers, but he hasn't done it yet. He's gonna. I promise he's going to sign these papers. The Observer from November 19th, 2001, just days before its first television taping that was planned to be built around him, Hulk Hogan appears to have pulled out of the XWF.
I can't believe it.
Every move by Hogan, due to his track record of always being on the con, as
shit.
noted by his WCW tenure, has to be met with skepticism. Although, from all logic, the story does appear to be accurate. The story from those close to Hogan is that his appearance at the tapings this week to appear on the red carpet and wish the promotion good luck is a one-time thing being done to avoid embarrassment for several of his friends, in particular Brian Knobbs, Ball Licker, and Jimmy Hart, Ball Licker.
Wow, he said Ball Licker? That's awesome.
Yeah, he wrote that down.
Yeah.
That's how he periods it.
That's awesome.
Hogan has been spending several hours per week working with Kevin Sullivan writing the TV, where he would be the key TV performer as an on-air president 2 weeks back, but over the last week has spent much of his time with his father, who is in poor health, when he pulled out of the show on November 9th. Reasons Hogan gave friends for this where there were insurance concerns with the show, and he was advised that the show was going to be marketed as Hulk Hogan's XWF with merchandise sold under that banner and built around him, right down to the red and yellow ring ropes, which I'm only just making that connection now.
Yeah, I wrote that down, actually.
Holy shit.
From what I remember, it was, even before I even heard about it was Hulk Hogan's new promotion is what I always
Hulk
remember.
Hogan's new Fed,
Yeah, that's what I always remember.
That's actually what I knew it as.
Yeah.
Was the Hulk Hogan Fed.
His lawyers told him about
I
that.
had no idea Greg the Hammer Valentine had anything to do with this fucking
Me
company.
neither. Ever. He probably wanted it that way. His lawyers told Hogan that any potential litigation, if the company didn't have enough insurance or if the thing fell apart, could also be directed at him personally. He had expressed concern that in a company with his name so prominent that if there was going to be litigation and the company itself went out of business, he would be dragged into it. He asked for an indemnity, which supposedly was agreed to, but then he wanted his attorney fees paid. It also could be Hogan sensed the group wasn't going to succeed and didn't want to be the most prominent part of a failure at this stage of his career. Others close to the situation think the insurance concerns, which supposedly were settled or easily could have been settled, depending upon which version of the story is true, then segued straight into money concerns. He wanted a $2 million one-year contract and $50,000 upfront, and that's where things fell apart. So I guess maybe they didn't have as much money as the guys investing first told them that they would have. There is always the potential of working with the WWF, which desperately needs an infusion of a new headline talent at this point. Whether they would be willing to go with Hogan due to all the problems it would cause backstage is unknown. Others close to Hogan say that he's very much at the stage of the career worried about how he's perceived and may have played a part in him dropping out, particularly not want to be involved in a second failure coming after WCW.
Well, Hogan actually, after WCW, is only involved in failures.
Yeah, he only fucks shit up forever after.
Yeah.
I mean, he has his WWF run, which is probably like the last run that he has that people like, oh, Hogan still got it, brother.
Yeah,
red
you're right.
and yellow forever, brother. Hulk still rules. And he has the Rock match, and the NWO stuff is cool, and Mr. America's fun, but like, he leaves, and then like, the fuck does he do after that?
Fails.
Nothing but piss me off.
I was reading, it did air in Puerto Rico.
It did, because they were partnered with the WWC, is that right?
Yeah, the World Wrestling Council or whatever, yeah.
They were partnered with WCW.
That's awesome. They did like an invasion storyline. XWF wrestlers would attack the WWC guys or something. They spray painted XWF on the back of their wrestlers.
XWF is like 2001 CYM.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Very similar in stature.
Right.
According to Wikipedia, 10 episodes were taped and then prepared for broadcast. The talents were only signed for the initial tapings. Shortly after the tapings, WWF owner Vince McMahon poached several of their key talents, including Lawler, Hogan, Hennig, Piper, and others. Jimmy Hart expressed his frustrations in an interview. He explained that they would go to network executives to pitch the show. The executives would get excited by the roster, but Hart and company would then have to explain, as James said, that several talents were no longer with them and gone to WWF and then get turned down. After not being able to secure a television deal, the promotion folded. And then Jimmy Hart acquired the rights to it in 2004. The idea of bringing a special television series about the XWF to the Wrestling Channel, which I think was a UK channel.
Yeah, it was
explored. Then during July 2005, the XWF released the DVD, In Your Face, The Lost Episodes of XWF. It featured 19 matches from the original Universal tapings with extras including an interview with Hogan. They also broadcast a series of pay-per-views on Dish Network featuring matches from the tapings. And then they come back in 2008? Do you remember this at all?
No.
What the fuck? In November 2008, the XWF relaunched its wrestling website displaying the new logo. In January 2009, it was rumored that there was talks of possible pay-per-view similar to how TNA and ROH were doing their shit at the time. Footage from the XWF invasion of Puerto Rico in 2002 was to be released. Plans were underway to launch a series of matches featuring living legends from 2001, new and up-and-coming talent, as well as the living remaining members make personal appearances for this show. A special collector's set, including a DVD, T-shirt, autographs, and an actual piece of the ring apron from the 2001 tapings were expected to be released later in 2009, and then it never happened.
There was like no vision for this company at all, other than like we had to figure out a way to make money.
Yeah, they're just the even when they talk about it, they're like, we're not competing with the WWF, we're the alternative to the WWE.
Which is so, oh my God. Let's just get into the show, because there's so many funny things there.
All right, so now we are going to get into this episode here.
Boom, boom, in your face.
You know what's crazy is that they piped the audio for the crowd and everything but the matches.
You're right. It's hot for everything but Buff Bagwell.
Now, come on. the person who uploaded this on YouTube, by the way, his name is Jay Dizzy.
Whoa, you uploaded this
That's awesome.
10 years ago you uploaded this.
Insane.
That's great.
You can find this on YouTube, XWF episode 1. I think all the episodes are on YouTube.
Yeah, I think so.
Sadly.
Very shitty quality. I don't know why, because there's like, people uploaded clips from the DVD and they're like such better quality. So I guess 10 years ago, shit wasn't rocking as well. So I watched the show, take my notes, take my little Johnny notes, and boy, oh boy, do I like to write a lot. So I take them and I save the fucking file. And like, it was magic. It was like me saving the file turned the power off in my house because it was like, you don't want to talk about this. Don't fucking put this on the people. So I saved the file. My shit goes out. I'm like, whatever. I saved the fucking file. I come back on. The file is still there. I can see in the little preview thing words in the document. I open it, completely blank fucking just file. Just no word. There's no words on it. There's no words on it.
What a sad state of affairs.
So I write, and I'm so tilted. I write as Pepe hands. I lost my fucking shit. And I could have watched the show 3 times over to take my notes again, but I spent 3 hours trying to fucking just fix this file because I didn't want to watch the show again. And ultimately, I had to watch this twice. So I'm an expert of XWF episode 1.
That's awesome. That's great.
No, it's not awesome.
What a useless talent.
I will not be drafting the XWF to anything ever.
Johnny is now the XWF professor. He knows
I should
all
own
about
stock in the XWF now from how much I've watched this fucking show.
So by the way, I totally forgot what the fuck we were watching. First off, I clicked the link and I opened it. And I said, "What the hell is this?" Big explosion leads into fucking Brian Knobbs and Jimmy Hart. And I said,
talking directly to you.
Then I looked at it and it was an hour. I said, "What are we watching?"
You should be happy it was an hour at least.
Dude,
could have been 3.
If it was 3 hours, I would have just lied my way through this review.
So 5 James
we wouldn't have done this if it was longer than 45, 50 minutes or whatever.
It would have been an SGH episode.
Yeah. So this is an episode of the show, but it's also them talking about reminiscing about the show as well.
Yeah,
it's like a
What
DVD
the
rip.
fuck is there to reminisce about?
It's 2005, Brian Knobbs and Jimmy Hart reminiscing about their failed 2001 company.
It'd be like if we recorded DPW Fire Volume 1 and then just fucking called it a day and said, you remember those days?
That was hot.
Hey, no,
we
you
did
know,
that?
they got to talk about AJ Styles, that star that they found.
Dude, there has to be some success to like reminisce on it. You know what I mean?
Dude, they talked this up like it was hot. You know, Knobbsy, baby, let's tell the people how XWF actually got started. And Knobbs says, well, we are the 2 founding members with Greg Valentine. I said, what?
The fuck?
He's not even there. He said, I'm not
Where
fucking
is he?
showing up for this.
He's signed to WWF.
This is what I go. Wasn't this the Hulk Hogan promotion? He did not own this? What the fuck's happening here?
Dude, yes. Knobbs says the state of the wrestling world was changing. Ted Turner's WCW was crumbling. No mention of ECW for some reason. For the first time in 40 years, there was only one wrestling federation out there, the WWE. Which also wasn't true. The indies were hot.
And then TNA comes around like a year later, right? Or something?
Yeah, pretty. I mean, like that February.
Right after
next
XWF
year.
fails, then TNA comes around. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very soon after, I'm pretty sure. Knobbs specifically says the XWF wasn't created to compete with the WWE, but to be an alternative for the fans, which is an insane lie.
Dude, the next line that comes out is even more insane. You want to read this line up?
Top 5 Brian Knobbs lies.
With the help of a lot of friends, we got this thing kicked off the right way.
No, he goes,
Which
we
one?
knew wrestling, but we never ran a wrestling company before. That gives me a lot of confidence this is going to succeed.
Dude,
that's Deadlock style, baby.
Brian Knobbs literally out of his mouth said, I'm pretty sure Jimmy Hart was like, don't say that now, Daddy. Brian Knobbs literally said people laughed at him on the phone when he told them that he was going to make this company.
He does. He says some wrestlers laugh when they heard that me, Jimmy, and Greg were running our own wrestling federation. Jimmy Hart full turns to him and says, "Why you say that? How we do
Dude,
that?"
it's like that Family Guy scene where fucking Stewie like tilts his head at fucking Brian.
Upside down or whatever.
Yeah, upside down face.
It's definitely something that I feel like they probably wanted to come out, but they just kept going because he says, "Oh, you don't say that," and Hobbs says, "Ah, come on."
This is like the top 5 things he should have never said, Brian Knobbs.
Do you know what's insane to me, man? Is
What's that, baby?
Is that
I can't get out of his voice right now. I'm in the middle of it.
to like old heads, I guess, that grew up
Yeah.
like whatever. Like the Nasty Boys were like, I guess, cool. I don't know. To
Dude.
me, bro, I see
Dude.
Brian fucking Knobbs like, God fucking damn it. This has got to be. There's not many teams that I hate,
Dude.
but god damn.
I don't care. I don't care. The Nasty Boys are the shittiest, most popular tag team in the history of pro
Shittiest,
wrestling.
There is one fucking match, Johnny, that I've seen that I enjoyed. It was like 6 minutes, and it was the Steiners and fucking Nasty Boys, and they were
probably beating the shit out of each other,
the
sure.
dog shit
Yeah.
out of each other. Yeah,
Fuck
but
these
other
guys.
than that, bro,
There's one other match I can name, was Nasty Boys versus Harlem Heat, where they have like a
I knew you were going to say
they
the
have a
Harlem Heat
hardcore
one, and that is
brawl.
also because of Harlem Heat.
And because they slip on like Kool-Aid or something the entire match
they just
in
fall
the
on the
fans.
floor,
So
yeah.
it is fantastic.
But
But yes,
whole-
When I
dude.
see the Nasty Boys, I don't want to watch this
Well,
fucking
the
show.
company is dead. And if I see the Nasty Boys, I'm done. I don't want to fucking see it.
2001 promotion with Nasty Boys as the head. There's no fucking way that's gonna work.
Dude, 2010 TNA with the Nasty Boys is really not gonna fucking work. I couldn't even believe like that was happening, man. Holy
Yeah, that's
shit.
Unfucking believable. Well, don't worry about that, Chase, because our motto's no more prima donnas. And, dude, their motto is no more prima donnas. Immediately after Brian Knobbs says, yeah, and we went after Hulk Hogan. I almost had a fucking connection.
Dude, I almost
had
went
a connection.
crazy. I thought I had like a stroke or something. You just said no more prima donnas and Hulk Hogan in the same sentence.
That's right, baby.
That is so funny.
No
What's the
more
problem?
prima donna. The entire fucking
problem?
company is just prima donnas. The entire
100%.
company.
100%.
Holy man.
And then
Good
that's when
Lord.
that's when they dropped the line of people laughed at us, and then they're like, "You shouldn't
Yeah.
have said
Don't
that."
fucking say that, you fucking fat bastard.
Yeah, why did you? Hey, shut the fuck up, Daddy.
I'll kill Daddy, I swear to God.
Shut the fuck up, Daddy! I just like evil Teddy Hart, evil Jimmy Hart.
I do this for my fucking family.
Shut the fuck up, Teddy! There's no good Teddy Hart. There's only evil.
I'm an evil
Teddy Hart is the only one.
Evil Jimmy Hart. Sorry.
There's
evil
only
Jimmy
one
Hart.
evil Teddy Hart.
Even good Teddy Hart's a fucking asshole.
Evil Jimmy Hart. My bad. My bad, Daddy.
Oh my god. I can only imagine you ran that shit with the iron fists, man.
Holy fuck.
Show him the call time, Daddy. Show him the call time.
No more prima donnas.
Don't let Teddy Hart in here. He keeps trying to get booked. Oh, fuck.
Holy.
Right,
He's
well,
American man.
Hey, well, hold on. The one good thing to have in Jimmy Hart is he could do wrestling themes for you. So you could have wrestling music on your show at least. There's that.
Dude, they use all the WCW songs that he made.
Wasn't there like
show.
a Papa Roach song on this show or something?
Yeah,
Dude, fucking Marty Jannetty comes out to Last Resort.
Yeah, all right, I thought I was tripping. We'll talk about that in a minute.
that's the
First,
craziest
we
sense
gotta
I've
talk
ever heard.
about. It is. It's not only that, but it's crazy. Marty
Jannetty comes out to Last Resort. Let me just let that sink in for a second.
Yeah.
fucking
We'll
wired
move on.
and hired Marty Jannetty with Last Resort.
Marty Jannetty is dressed as 4 different wrestlers that he's never watched. What are you wearing, Daddy? Daddy!
Iron Fist Jimmy Hart.
Evil Teddy Hart is exactly what you already am.
Evil Teddy Hart is just normal Teddy Hart.
Yeah, Evil Teddy Hart's everything
He's
you've
all
already
the
seen.
time evil.
Yes, no,
We've actually never seen good Teddy Hart before. He's just always been evil.
He's American made.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Let me tell you, motherfucker. Dude, what is this line? You know, stones may sink and the rocks may fall. What are you saying?
He's saying Stone Cold.
No!
He's saying Stone Cold Steve Austin may sink and The Rock may fall. Dwayne.
He ain't dead.
He ain't dead. He ain't The Rock.
He rips his shirt and then it comes back on. He rips it.
Doesn't he rip a different XFL? XWF? Except the XWF
He rips
shirt?
3 different XWF shirts and they all have different logos and all different company names.
Evil XWF is FWX.
WXF. Well, you know, stones may sink and the rocks may fall, brother. But the greatest wrestler of all always stands tall. And I sure hope that I end up here in the XWF. What?
He's not even there yet. He's not even in the company.
They haven't drafted him. They haven't drafted him to the show yet.
I hope that I end up here.
Nobody got him on the
It's
top
crazy.
5 XWF list here. They didn't draft.
I got
him.
you top 5 WFX or whatever.
I sure hope that I end up here in the XWF. Should have been red fucking flag immediately.
And he rips the
What
shirt
the
again.
Nobody said, why'd you fucking say that, brother?
Yeah, Jimmy Hart did. He was pissed too.
So what are you going to do when the XWF runs wild on you?
So
And
what are
then
you
Hogan-
gonna do, brother? When I rip up all your shirts, dude?
Hogan then proceeds to rip like 3 more shirts. He keeps putting new ones back on just to rip them. This is like, how did you not immediately know this is going to be fucking horrible?
We haven't even hit the fucking ring yet.
No.
I'm assuming the show
and
started
we
with
don't
this.
for a while.
Stones may sink and rocks may fall.
That's right, brother.
I
hope I get
fuck
booked
is
here.
going on.
Maybe
I
someday
sure
I'll
hope I
get
get
booked.
This is
One day, Jimmy
absurd.
Hart might call me up to work here, brother. Who's supposed to be the owner? I hope I work here.
That's like the biggest way to distance yourself from the company. I'm just doing promo shit. Yeah, someday maybe I'll be here. I don't know. Maybe WWF
I'll get
will
you
call
next
me.
time, brother.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
All right, so Mean Gene opens the show.
Pew, pew, pew.
And it shows the same B-roll TNA used for Universal.
Yes, the overhead shot shit. And they show an intro video before, and it shows like all the stars of the XWF, which is like, you know, the Kiss Demon and a bald guy and another bald guy.
This company
and Roddy Piper and another bald guy.
No chance, man. Tony Schiavone's on the call tonight, and he introduces his broadcast partner for the evening, which of course is Jerry Lawler with Woman.
Ah.
That's his woman right there, brother.
Schiavone says I hope she works here, brother. Schiavone says the people at the XWF contacted me and asked if I would like to come to this program. And we talked about who would sit next to me. I worked with the greats, Bobby Heenan, Larry Zbyszko. But I came back so I could broadcast with this man, Jerry Lawler. Lawler comes out with a random blonde girl. So Lawler had left the WWF earlier in the year in protest because he felt that Stacey Carter, you might know as the Cat or Miss Kitty from the WWF, was unfairly fired. Shortly after the tapings, they got divorced, and then he went back to WWF.
Beast.
Lawler comes out and he says, oh, the king is an animal lover. I like cats and I like puppies, and I love kittens. And this is Kitten. Okay.
Okay.
All of wrestling has beautiful valets, and she's going to be here with us. And if we have any needs during the show, she's going to take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
She will suck the shit out of our dicks if you need Tony Schiavone. She will do that for you.
Well, I might just have to work here, dude.
I thought I work here, brother, because I would love to get my schmeat sucked on, dude.
I hope they sign me, brother.
I'm stoned and rocked up, brother. And I got the game of cock here, brother.
Dude. All right.
I hope she undertakes my penis, dude.
What the hell are you talking about, Daddy? Because if anyone's schmeat is getting sucked, it's all Jimmy Hart's dick.
Tony Schiavone wants his dick sucked out. Tony's ready for this. He's like, oh, that sounds great. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, great, cool. Give me that schmeat sucker.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Sit down. All right, so it's so just so everybody knows, the ropes are yellow, the turnbuckles are red, and Hulk Hogan does not fucking work here.
I hope I do, though.
The XWF.
This seems pretty good for me, brother.
The XWF logo is not facing the hard cam. It is facing the corner of the ring.
Fire Pro style.
The lower third transition on the show always says "in your face."
There's one later that's even better, but I'll get to that.
And there's a stage with screens, and it's a little generic, but it's
cheese
fine.
grater background for some reason.
It's fine.
And the ramp is the red carpet, which Mean Gene, maybe we add, Mean Gene is always on the ramp with glasses on until he's not because they taped this out of order.
I have no idea how they afforded any of this, but alas.
Well, Denny's and Wendy's put some money into this.
Wendy's have got together the trifecta.
Is this, so did we talk, I don't know if you mentioned this, but the yellow and red, wasn't that TNA? Didn't TNA have yellow and red? Was it
TNA did do that. They used that for a minute.
Was that the
I really hope I work there, dude.
Did they use the XWF ring? I wonder if they use the XWF ring.
I think so. It looks like the same.
Yeah, they
pose.
said it was an old WCW. I mean, Jarrett,
which is also an old WCW ring.
Jarrett never mentioned. He's never said anything about XWF on his pod, has he? I don't know. You listen to it better than I do, James.
I don't think, because he's not a part of it.
No, I mean, when he talked about TNA starting or whatever, I think he did mention the whatever, they were doing, but it didn't have anything to do with.
Because TNA just took like all the good ideas from the XWF and used them pretty much, is what they did.
That and like the WWA, you remember that the World Wrestling All-Stars that Australia thing or whatever?
Yeah.
But
this looks like this. I think that was a Jarrett thing too in Borash. Was that Russo?
It might have been Russo, yeah.
He might have been involved with it, but.
This does look like the same Nitro ring that TNA used, though, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So we start off the night with the Arena Town Hall.
Well, Schiavone introduces Mean Gene to the ring, who introduced the show and was at the bottom of the ramp, and now he's in the ring with no glasses on.
Damn.
Mean Gene introduces the creative executive officer, Rena, who is Sable. And, dude, again, they just had no fucking real plans for this because she comes out, she is the CEO of the company. Tony Schiavone's first words are, "She's the boss here?" What?
Yeah,
Why don't you know
hire
that?
How would he not know that? What the hell?
And Jerry Lawler says, "Oh, my favorite puppies of all time."
That is the CEO, sir.
Mean Gene says, I finally have a new boss, and I think I like it.
By the way, what an insane window of opportunity that existed for this to fucking exist. Sable, Mr. Perfect, not, but maybe Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I hope so.
Jerry Lawler.
Maybe someday, brother.
Mean Gene, Tony Schiavone. Yeah. The fuck is going on? Roddy Piper.
Like, it's just all WCW.
Like, this is like an unbelievable. I mean, this is like a really crazy time here. So Rena mentions that the wrestling business for many years has been run. I want everybody to remember who runs this company right now. But Rena mentions that the wrestling business. All right, Sable mentions that the wrestling business for many years has been run by sleazy egomaniacs, has-beens, and never-will-be's.
Ooh.
And I once again want to remind everybody who fucking started this company.
What are you saying, brother? I didn't have anything to do with that, brother.
Well, maybe I will. I don't know, dude.
I hope I do, but probably not.
Really, if these 4 tapings go really well, who knows, dude?
If it's bad, though, I had nothing to do with it, brother. Yeah, she said has-beens and never-wers.
That's so Hulk Hogan. Yeah. I'm not showing up to this Nitro, dude. I don't think that's going to happen. Little House, not happening, brother.
Desperately trying to cling on to their best days, it's a business that's grown strong by breaking the backs of its most valuable resource, the wrestlers. Things are going to change the XWF. The XWF is an even playing field. No more prima donnas and no more politics. That's right, brother.
What does that mean, brother? I'm really having second thoughts about coming here, dude.
You have the biggest prima donna and political guy in the wrestling business involved in this company, or not.
I hope you're not talking about me, dude.
Or not.
Because I won't come here if you say that, dude.
Maybe I will, though.
But maybe I will. It really depends.
The craziest politician ever in pro wrestling. Ever. No more politics or prima donnas. That's right, brother.
The idea of them saying there's no more politics, and they bring out like then they would bring out like a big up and coming star or something might work. Like,
yeah,
like the future.
No, I got a big up and coming star for you, brother.
His name is Hulk Hogan.
He's got the red and the yellow, dude.
Oh.
Or maybe I don't. Who knows, brother?
We'll have to see how it plays out,
maybe
brother.
Someday.
I hope so, or I don't.
We'll see if WWE signs me to a contract, brother.
Oh my fucking dude, that's the it really doesn't come full circle for me when these fucking crazy things happen until I talk about it on this show. Because that is unfucking believable how he worked them so crazy, bro.
Oh my God.
That first promo set the fucking bar.
So Sable introduces the new commissioner, which is Roddy Piper.
Holy shit.
He works here?
Okay, so she says everyone has the opportunity to make it to the top in this. To get to the top, to stay at the top, you have to be the best. Proud
at the top and to the top.
To
That's
the
what
top
they always
and to
say.
the top. To keep order, we need someone. I want a commissioner, so she can't even keep order in her own company. So we got to get a commissioner, of course.
First day on the job.
You know what's insane to me is that if it were like a real sport, let's say it's like fucking UFC or something, right? The top draw is whatever draws the fucking most money, right? So like, why is that different in? Yeah, why is that any different in wrestling? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
The ceiling is getting pushed back. We're going to let anybody get any spot they want to.
Yeah, everybody can get over. It was everybody else's fault.
It's a fucking top draw.
This is an unprecedented time in wrestling. The XWF will let you get over.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like,
okay.
All right, I hear you. Yeah, so Mean Gene. So let me just recap. Mean Gene got introduced to introduce Sable, who got introduced to introduce Roddy Piper.
Yes. So Roddy Piper comes out, the commissioner. And Piper says, I've been to the mountaintop. I've seen my frat brothers in here, and I've seen them crying, and I've seen them dying for you. And I've seen promoters take the money home and not give a damn about nothing. What are you? All right. The XWF is a league that is built for wrestlers that can achieve success through talent, not through living next door to the promoter.
Pause.
Which ones were those?
Pause.
Diamond Dallas Page. I don't know.
Pause. Of course, Roddy Piper talking about the promoters taking the money and leaving. Fucking, this is right after WCW ended, which historically overpaid every wrestler on the roster,
Him himself,
including Roddy Piper, Mean Gene, Tony Schiavone. Fucking, by the way, also historically kept paying guys even after they didn't exist anymore.
I think at this time there were still WCW guys getting paid.
100%.
Yeah, there was
still getting paid.
Yeah,
Goldberg,
Nash?
Steiner, Nash, all those guys. So crazy thing to say, really.
Yeah, well, I'm crazy, and I'm a commissioner.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, he says, I've been an underdog my whole life, and Gene, I've been under some dogs. I mean, Gene says, amen to that, brother. What the fuck does that mean? He says, I'm in all black, and I'm back in black, and I stand here to put wrestling back on track. He's spitting. No egos. No more prima donnas. And I see celebrities back there like that great Jimmy Snuka. Why does he say it like that?
First celebrity I think
that
of
great
is
Jimmy
Snuka.
And Mean Gene has to step up. Well, what about the great Greg Valentine? He's great too. I love that son of a bitch. They're men, and they're not somebody that laid in the sunbed, put baby oil on, and asked mommy to call the Federation to send a limousine. It don't work that way. In your face is what it's called, and I will get in your face. Who was he talking about with the baby oil thing?
Hulk Hogan. He's talking about Hulk
Bagwell.
Hogan. The limo with
Bagwell.
baby oil and the Hulk Hogan.
I thought he was talking about Bagwell too. Bagwell's the first match on the show.
He's talking about the Hulk Hogan. He's buried Hogan.
Well, I really hope he's not talking about Hogan, brother.
Well, Hogan's
if I want to work there, he wouldn't talk about Hulk Hogan that way, dude.
Well, if they want to sign me, but they haven't signed me yet.
Well, it could go either way, brother. It really is a big up in the air thing here, dude. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Piper says, I don't care if you're young, if you're old, just as long as you're bold and you got some brains.
Just as long as you're bald? What does he mean by that, brother?
I know he must be talking about my cousin, brother.
I know he's not talking about me,
also
brother.
working here at home. Piper says, I'm glad to have a beautiful lady with some brains on top dealing with the money. Madam, you deal with the money and I'll deal with the slime. It's in your face. Independence Day.
All
I don't know
right.
he starts going crazy here. I don't know what the fuck. He's talking about.
Dude.
Independence Day. I declare today Independence Day. You can't just do that.
You know what? I take it away
holiday.
from you because I own Autumn, brother. So Independence Day is not happening now. You're going to have to put it in July, brother.
Everyone here is wired and hired, brother. They're getting paid. And they're fucking gone off the shimmer.
Well, it's a chance for everyone to stand a chance.
Except for you, Greg David Valentine. Sorry.
Yeah, Greg, you're a great man, though, and Jimmy Snuka.
You're okay, and Jimmy Snuka's here. And
So Hulk Hogan may or may not be here. Fucking.
What do you
Tony
mean
Schiavone,
by that, brother? I could be here.
Or maybe I'm not.
It's not really my decision, is it, brother?
Tony Schiavone doesn't know who he's working for. Jerry Lawler's here to have sex. Sable is the CEO, and she needs a commissioner who is Roddy Piper. Everybody hates the WWF.
They're setting the play here that the WWF sucks. They never paid anybody. They're the worst promotion of all time. But we're not competition.
WCW.
We're not the competition at all. No, we're not.
You know what's
no way.
awesome is that
Not this.
Yeah, they decided that their big alternative to WWF was to have WWF matches on the whole fucking show.
Yeah, we're gonna have the shittiest era of WWF in the 80s.
Yeah, just dog water.
What do you mean by that, dude?
If you want somebody that was on top in the 80s, then you came to the right guy. Or did you, brother?
It's still up in the air, brother.
It really could be up to you.
The ball's in your court, brother.
So we go from this fucking promo to a fucking
What the fuck is this?
A promo video. Gene Simmons, no makeup, with the Kiss Demon, full makeup. And Gene Simmons holds it's fucking insane. They're just standing outside, Gene Simmons and the Kiss Demon, and Gene Simmons holds up a guitar and says, "Oh, this is the bass I used on our last tour." I don't care. What do I care? He says, "Oh, you have not seen what my demon can do yet. He may look like your next door neighbor." No,
dude. First off,
No.
we've seen what the demon can do, brother. We're done with that. We're moving on.
Well, he's not your next door neighbor, James. No, and he's coming to get you in your face.
The demon screams in your face in front of a green screen. They green screened like a lot of this shit, and it's horrible.
Green screen of a guy just standing there with his wacky camera.
2001
in your face.
Green screen.
No more prima donnas and in your face is their taglines here.
Well, what is the
You haven't
first?
realized that.
This is the legendary first match of the XFW.
I mean, how would you start the WXF other than this match here?
Well, we got Big Vito, of course, versus Buff Bagwell.
Yeah! And they both come out to their WCW themes. They also show a graphic before this, and it's not, they did all that work doing green stuff, and the graphic to advertise the matches is just different text.
It's like
in a box.
It's like their Tron, or maybe it's not there. Maybe it is their Tron. It's like a little text Tron type thing in two different boxes, and then the XWF logo's behind it. It's
like when you went through the title match thing in Warzone, it would just have their logo.
Yeah,
but these weren't even logos. It was just text.
No, it's really shitty.
So speaking of shitty, this match, fucking hell, this is fucking balls. Yeah, they come out to the WCW themes. Jimmy Hart made all these, so he's, he gets the job. I'm still using these, Daddy. Which I'm surprised he got to retain the rights to. He must have had a crazy WCW
I think
deal.
Buff Bagwell's was a little different though, was it, or was it not? I can't.
I thought it was. Oh, is it just the instrumental of it? Maybe.
It was like a version. It might have been like the same. I don't think it was the exact same version. Maybe it was a different version or whatever. But it was very close to the original theme song. Yes.
Well, James, this hot match here, Big Vito and Buff Bagwell. What would you do to make this better?
I think I would show a lower third of the Nasty Boys.
A picture-in-picture promo you would do?
Yeah, and I think that I would just have them yell, "We're back."
Standing backwards.
And then just cut away from it.
What the fuck?
I don't know what they were thinking here. Because Tony Schiavone says, "All right, let's hear from the Nasty Boys." Then this very small screen comes up and they go, "We're back."
We're back.
And
okay.
then it just cuts away.
Lawless says, "Oh, they're nastier than ever." Okay, cool.
By the way, Vito
Buff still looks great here, by the way.
Yeah, he does. He looks awesome. Vito is booked as the heel and Buff is booked as the face, and the crowd said, "No fucking way."
The crowd says, "No chance." That's what I thought too, because I think eventually they gave up. Maybe 4 years later they said, "Oh, maybe Buff should be the heel here," because they cut to a crowd shot of people booing him. But it definitely wasn't meant to be that way.
No way.
How do you
Buff
not
was playing it up.
Buff was the top heel in he was a top heel in WCW, and then they just decided to run him face here.
But when he's not in WCW, you want to cheer Buff Bagwell because he's Buff Bagwell. He's cool. And then he supposedly killed WCW.
He killed WCW. So what do? You put him on first on XWF, brother.
Well, that's a good idea, brother. Or it's not. That's really not up to me. I'm not the owner.
So
yet.
the matches in this company are shit. They're garbage. They don't give them. They don't let them do anything. So
it's just they're having a fucking match. They get fucking 5 minutes.
It's TV
not
wrestling.
even-
It's
I don't even know
just
if it
TV
was.
wrestling is
Yeah.
what it is.
Maybe not.
yeah, but TV wrestling with no angles or theatrics or so it's just some shitty fucking cold match and then it's whatever.
Yeah, it's like Velocity or something like that.
So,
WCW Saturday Night. It's any of that shit where
yeah.
it's just it's a show to have a show,
And this is like your flagship show.
or maybe not.
it really depends, brother.
So yeah, Buff looks good here. This is after Buff was let go from the WWF. He does not go back, which also sucks because Buff was pretty.
He would have
I
been
like Buff a lot.
fucking pretty good in the WWF.
Yeah, they could. I mean, they could have found anything for him. I
They
just
just
think he's a fucking bitch.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. This is on JR.
Yeah, I think so too.
I
love
believe
JR. But I think JR could have fucked him here. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I think that they found any reason to not fucking like this guy. I mean, really, it's genuinely what it was. Any
Well, he
reason
can
to
kiss
not
my
like
ass.
Because he came in
Maybe
and
his
he worked.
mama can kiss my balls.
The Booker match wasn't bad, and Buff Bagwell also was working pretty well. He looked
That match
good.
was fine.
I mean,
We watched it. By the way, we watched that
he had
match
his-
on our Patreon.
He had his big neck injury already or whatever, so obviously he wasn't working the same as he was before. But
Sure.
it's not like work rate was big in the WWF at that point, anyway. So I don't know.
He was over as fuck too.
Yeah.
Yeah, his character definitely could have gotten over in WWF. I swear.
It's like a WWF character.
In fact, they did that with Rob Conway. They just used his character on a different person.
Well, that's a good gimmick there, Sean. Now you got Rob Conway. I love that. Keep that up. So they kind of have to change the match. Buff ends up having to just get heat on Vito because the crowd refuses to boo him. Vito does a karate taunt and then hits Buff with the Mafia kick. Oh, by the way, Slick Johnson is the ref here. No shorts yet.
That's awesome.
Looks
We've not gotten the
fucked
shorts there. It is fucked up. I agree. He then tries to go to the very top rope for the blockbuster for some reason, and shockingly, Vito cuts him off and hits him with a superplex, which looked good. Eventually, Buff hits the blockbuster out of the corner for the win.
And the crowd boos.
Crowd boos. Whatever match. First match in WFXW history.
And Buff looks right into the camera at the end and says, that match with Booker on Raw was not my fucking fault.
It wasn't as bad as you said it was either. Fuck you guys. Well, then immediately after, Hulk Hogan pops up on the screen, green screen style, XWF shit behind him, and he points at the camera and he says, no more prima donnas.
Or maybe there is, dude. It's really up to you guys.
Not yet, dude. I hope there is some, though.
So, by the way, yeah, the XWF logo is fucked up.
It is fucked up all the time. Is any of them good?
This is the most esports gamer fucking Fiverr.com ass logo I've ever fucking seen in my life, bro.
Ridiculous. Like, it's the so there's one that's on the canvas, which is more like XPW's logo. It's just XWF.
Yeah, I think that's
X
more
WWF
Scratch inspired, you know. That's what it's
sure.
They're taking.
ECW, yeah, it's like a combination
so
of all that
it's a big
shit.
X
yeah.
in the back and then like white XWF Scratch type logo in front of
Definitely
it.
Scratch type logo.
Yeah.
And then there's one where it's there's a big X in the middle and there's a face behind the X, and the X is screwed with actual screws onto this guy's face, and he's screaming. And the X is in the middle, and then there's a W on the left and an F on the right. So it just looks like WXF, but it is not. And I think there's a third one, too.
That one with the guy's face, like James was saying, that is a Fiverr-ass logo. That's like
esports, baby.
If you went on there and told somebody, I want in-your-face pro wrestling, the promotion's name is XWF, that's what you would get for paying like $10.
I probably made that I probably made that exact logo in NFL Street for my custom team.
Guaranteed.
It's probably in like logogenerator.com or something. If you go there, you can probably find like this kind of thing.
It's balls, and Hulk Hogan loves all the shirts that they gave him, though.
Or maybe he didn't because they ripped him up, dude.
Maybe I didn't get any of these yet, brother. I'm not too sure just yet.
Well, we go backstage. So the Cruiserweight, so already just, goddamn.
Just before that, by the way, they show graphic for Marty Jannetty versus Hale with Jimmy Hart.
Okay.
Now, I was like, what the who is Hale? I don't know who Hale is. I'm interested to see who this Hale is.
Marty, they must like him because Marty Jannetty's with him, right? I guess.
Jimmy Hart's with him, not Marty.
Marty Jannetty is face.
Teddy Hart, evil, is with him.
My whole mind has been blown here. This fucking show is terrible and it's killing me.
So yeah,
slowly.
James, the Cruiserweights show up.
Yeah, Cruiserweights show up and Roddy Piper buries all of them.
Do you recognize who's leading the charge there?
No, I didn't. I don't even remember
no
who was
idea
on the
who
roster.
that is in the
That
front.
is Prince Iakea.
Oh, great. So we're starting off hot.
Who is known here as the Tongan Prince.
Ah, of course. Roddy Piper says, I don't know who you are. I don't know who any of you guys are. But here's what we're going to do.
Yeah, the Cruiserweights say, hey, did you mean what you meant about all of us having a fair shake? None of the Cruiserweights believed him for some reason.
And Roddy said, sure. Yeah, man.
Gotcha here,
so, yeah,
boys.
what we're going to do is we're going to find a little small guy, start of the card champion here for you guys. And so what we're going to do is...
We'll call it the Cruiserweights, I guess.
Yeah, Cruiserweight would be fine. But what we're going to do is we're just a big battle royale. So you guys just go out there and... you just have a battle royale. How about that?
He legit says pinfall submission over the top rope. It doesn't matter. Last man standing, you're the Cruiserweight champion.
Okay. All right. Well, this division already doesn't give a fucking matter at all.
Roddy Piper did have the foresight. He goes, yeah, I see that kid back there, AJ Styles. Yeah, you're going to be a star someday. I believe
I
it.
would give you the title. I wouldn't, dude. But I don't have a say, or do I?
And I definitely wouldn't give Bobby Roode the title. Or maybe I will, dude. I guess we'll have to see it 10 more years.
Foresight Hulk Hogan
It's
is
up
crazy.
in the air, brother.
So he tries to put him over, saying, "Oh, you guys are the most talented guys I've seen in the cruiserweights. All of you, you and you and you,
all of you are so talented."
Hoovy is there, Psychosis, Prince Ikea, and you'll know who more of them are.
Dude, that's the most fucked up thing. You all got an opportunity. You can go to the top of the company, but we're gonna put you in this cruiserweight division with this cruiserweight
yeah,
title.
And you're gonna be in this battle royal, whatever.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. You got.
That's why. Like, I hate when they do that shit. They talk about the spot on the card or whatever. It's like, shut the fuck up. You're all on the card anyways. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You guys could all be at the top of the card. Okay, so what happens if they aren't? Do they suck now?
Yeah, make all the spots on the show important. How about that?
Yeah, Jesus. All right, so anyways, Marty Jannetty versus Hale with Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, Shivani and Lawler on commentary. Kitten is giving Lawler a neck rub. And then Carlos Colon walks down the ramp and gives Mean Gene a handshake, and then they cut away from it.
Dude, they show Carlos Colon for 1 second, and then this big X just takes over the screen. He doesn't even talk. He must have cut like this really shitty promo with Mean Gene, and they just cut the whole thing.
I killed Brody. I got cut that, Daddy. Daddy, cut that.
Brian Knobs pops up and says, "Yeah, you did. I saw it. I was there."
He called me on the phone and told me.
Brian Knobs just wants to reveal every wrestling secret ever.
Hey, speaking of murders, we have Jimmy Snuka back here, dude.
Hopefully not for long, brother. Or maybe
or is he?
Fucking hell.
Dude, that was
Hale.
That was the other like logo, the little X thing that pops up on the screen. I think that was the
it's
other.
a big just X.
I don't know, dude. Whatever.
I think there was a reason for the X. I read that on here. It's the letter X in XWF stood for the missing variable in the sport.
Okay.
All right, so Marty Jannetty versus Hale.
So Hale, and James didn't realize this until I told him right before we started recording. Hale, for those of you that listened to the pod a few weeks ago when we did that WCW review, is Emery Hale, big bastard.
Lord Humongous.
Beat.
Also,
Lord Humongous, the Machine as well. Marty Jannetty comes out here. Remember the WCW mascot, Wildcat Willie? He looks like Wildcat Willie.
He's got the glasses on?
Yeah, the glasses and this weird creative wrestler outfit. I don't know what the fuck was going on with Marty
this is
here.
I'm doing the job outfit, man.
I guess so. Hale also could be Horace Hogan, but I was proven wrong later on in the show.
Well, Tony Schiavone has got to build this one up. He says, Jimmy Hart has managed some of the best wrestling has to offer. And now Hale.
Dude, he asked as a question. He says he managed some of the biggest names in pro wrestling, and now he manages Hale? Wow. Wow.
Hale has the goatee going down his neck. This is crazy.
Hale. Jimmy Hart has a big picture of Hale on the back of his jacket.
That's awesome.
So Hale beals Marty when this match starts, and then for some reason does the Chavo taunt.
He does a bunch of taunts. He does the Chavo taunt. He does Buff Bagwell's taunt. He does a lot of shit here.
Well, Hale hits the Ultimo combo. He hits the backbreaker, shoulder breaker, leg drop. Now, hold on a minute, dude. Do you want me to come here or not, brother?
Shivani on commentary says, I don't know. This is before he does the leg drop, by the way. Shivani says, he's sending a very obvious message to someone, but who? There is so many fucked up questions I have about this question. He's sending a very obvious message to someone. First of all, no, he's not.
You said this is before the leg drop, right?
This is before the leg drop. A very obvious message, he says, which is not true. And then he says, but to who? How is it very obvious?
Well, to me, it was very obvious. The backbreaker was obviously for Rick Steiner. The shoulder breaker was for Rocky Maivia. And the leg drop was for Hogan, dude.
Or was
you're watching.
Well, Hale wins with the leg drop.
There's a fucking sign in the crowd that says Hale destroys Goldberg.
There's three signs then, because I wrote down the other two, which are Hale's Bells and Hale the Hottie.
You are going to hell for those signs. That's what you know that.
Going to hell.
Planted signs on your first show? Oh, my.
So guess what, everybody? We got Maximum
Business picks
Force.
up. Business picks up right here,
Maximum
baby.
Force on front of
fired
green
up.
screen.
This is my fucking team right here, baby. Who is in this? Who is in the Maximum Force?
Well, of course, it's the team of Simon Diamond and
Yes.
Johnny Schwinga.
Schwinga.
And they are
Yes.
managed by Dawn Marie.
Oh my
They are
God.
cooking.
Dude. I mean, what more? What more do you need in a pro wrestling group? I mean, this is the ultimate here. They should just been called the ultimate. Dawn Marie says, we've arrived here in the XWF. Simon Diamond says, with my brain, his body, and her beauty, we're going to be in your face. Yeah, get the dude. Set a line, Daddy.
Oh, by the way, also, there's another guy. Dresden is in your face.
I don't know who this is.
That's
I didn't look this one
Dresden,
up.
brother.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh, no. So this guy actually passed away. So he wrestled in the Florida area as Cyborg, and then he was Dresden, and then he passed away.
Oh, that's all he did?
He was trained by Steve
He
Kern.
looked like Glacier.
Well, he is Cyborg.
Yeah, it was a weird promo video for him with like you couldn't see him and they kind of like fucking made him look evil. And it was Dresden. And that was it. And they also showed a text graphic for the upcoming match, which is Horace Hogan taking on British Storm Ian Harrison.
I thought this was a 2-on-1 handicap match. I thought it was British Storm and Ian Harrison. But
And
no.
Horace Hogan was going to squash him.
Yeah, and win,
That would have
honestly.
been so hot. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, so we get into this match here.
Horace Hogan's about to start a very big run. I mean, this was the year.
had to
Horace
be.
Hogan was, they were picking up, XWF was about to strap the fucking rocket to him, brother. I
Well,
hope.
Well, they say on commentary here that fans will know Horace Hogan quite well. All right. And then they talk about Ian Harrison, who I wrote down the whole time here as Ian Robinson. Robinson is definitely more British than Harrison. But
Yeah, I like that.
Tony Schiavone's quick facts about British Storm Ian Harrison with the huge British flag on his back, and his nickname is British Storm, by the way, that he previously wrestled in England.
Oh my.
This can't be right.
That's not right. Or maybe he
Yeah,
didn't.
maybe
brother.
it is, brother. I've been to England a few times, dude. They love the Hulkster in England, brother.
So Ian Harrison has done nothing other than the XWF. That's all he's done except be a powerlifter and a big bastard.
Forever in his whole
Jesus.
career. That was
This
it?
should have been this should
Yeah.
have been the head of this damn company.
Oh,
Yeah,
and,
no,
I
he,
see. In 1991, he was in a set of commercials produced by Sega to promote the Sega Mega Drive in France.
Is that right?
Yeah, where there was a post.
Ian Harrison, by the way, James, does become the XWF heavyweight champion.
That's so based. He was built for this shit, dude. This guy, fucking. If Inoki saw this guy, he would have fucking been the
Oh
New
my
Japan fucking champion or the Genome fucking Federation Ultra champion. You kidding me, man? This guy was built for that shit. This guy's awesome.
Yeah, Ian Harrison wins the world title a year after this in a tournament final against Spellbinder, and then he loses it in Puerto Rico to. There's no way you'd even guess. There's no way. Take one guess.
Carlito, I don't know.
Primo.
Viscera.
Okay, I couldn't guess that. I
you
would
know
have
what?
never guessed that in a
That's
million
like a
years.
crazy feud. That's good though. Good job.
That's hot. That's hot.
Ian Harrison does an entire spot for like a minute straight where he takes his shirt off and poses, and Horace just lets him do it.
He lets him do it. All the while, Jerry Lawler, for the entire length of this match, calls him ugly. He can't stop saying how ugly this fucking guy is. He is so ugly. This is an ugly son of a bitch. He is. At one point, he says he is unbelievably ugly. Verbatim, that's what he says.
Ian Harrison is the craziest looking guy of all time. This guy was built to be a wrestler. I'm actually glad they had the fucking. Well, I guess I don't know who was the first heavyweight champion here. Was it
Him.
Ian Harrison?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
well, I'm glad they had the foresight to fucking put this strap to this guy. This guy was built for this shit. This is a
holds
crazy
it for
son
2
of a
months.
bitch. 2-month reign, I'll take that. W.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're
So-
telling me that they took a whole year before they got their first world
Well,
champion?
They took a whole year to run shows again.
What the fuck?
So Ian Harrison hits this crazy fucking suplex on Horace where he just mistimes it, but he's so strong that he just picks his ass up anyways and just does it, which is
like
nuts because Horace is a big guy.
Yeah, he is. It's like a shoot exploder.
Michinoku driver from Robinson up next here. Which is insane. This guy doesn't wrestle at all. This is his first 5 matches. He's cooking with oil here.
This is the most 1980s finish ever.
Yeah. So then, Horace taps
Harrison.
to the Horace taps to the leg triangle.
The quad
Front ways.
head scissors triangle.
He taps the leg triangle long way.
You know the videos of girls squeezing watermelons between their legs? That's what Ian Harrison does here.
Yeah, he squeezes his head like a fucking grape, man. God
He tries to
damn.
blow, and Horace Hogan's head explodes.
I don't really know about this company here, dude.
I don't think I want to work here, brother. You killed my cousin.
So yeah,
Or maybe
future champion Ian Harrison, leg triangle.
hot.
This guy's awesome, man. If he wasn't British,
Hot
he'd
run.
be fucking way better. So Johnny B. Bad's up next here.
Yeah, I'm Johnny B. Bad, and I'm back. The XWF is in your face. What about this pretty face? I'm a bad man. Okay.
He has like a
I
light
hear
tube or something here. What does he got in his hand?
That's his fuck stick or whatever.
All right.
That's his B.
He's-
Bad.
He used to come. Yeah, it was the bad stick. He had a name for it. I don't know.
He would tell you
All
for
right,
bad based
so-
off the stick. I don't know. All right.
What was now is a name for it? I don't know.
Well,
All right. Well,
guess
moving on.
what, fellas? Jimmy Hart and Brian Knobbs here to tell us that they are in fact
Yeah.
actually geniuses.
I legit wrote down Knobs and Jimmy Hart sucking themselves off again here.
They've done
Knobbs
the
says-
impossible.
Knob says, we had something great started here. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Or did you, brother?
It could have been brother, dude.
All
He
right.
says, we had Gene Simmons and Kiss promoting the XWF. And Jimmy Hart says,
cares?
well, what about Tony Schiavone teaming up with Lawler and our commissioner and CEO, Roddy Piper, and the artist formerly known as Sable? And Knob says, yeah, we had a variety of wrestlers, something for everybody. They are like
Dude,
trying
you know
to
what
lie to
sucks?
themselves that they didn't waste fucking money on this.
It's like they got cameos and like put them on the show.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense for Gene Simmons to say the XWF is good on the show.
No.
You're
Why
already
would he
fucking
not
watching
say that
it.
elsewhere?
Yeah, exactly. So the XWF Cruiserweight fucking Battle Royale is up next. They're really
Don't-
changing the game here, by the way.
You missed out on an important promo here, James.
No, I did not. Because first they say that the XWF is coming, and then Norman Smiley says
Correct. Okay, you're right.
the
Right.
XWF would not be complete without the Wiggle Man, and he's coming to get you.
He's looking to get Wiggy and Jiggy here.
You heard the man.
And I'm going to get you. Yeah, right. You're right. They do advertise the Battle Royal because Jimmy Hart says, what about the Cruiserweights? You know, Christopher Daniels, Kid Cash, and AJ Styles.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you. That's unbelievable,
You are a bitch.
man.
We
That's
discovered all of
Lakers.
them. Brian Knobbs said, I found all
That's
of them.
right, we did, dude.
I discovered Christopher Daniels, Kid Cash, and AJ Styles myself, brother.
Holy shit, man.
This is the XWF, and this is what it says on the lower third. No more prima donnas Cruiserweight Battle Royal. That is what this match is.
Well, brother, you can have a prima donna battle royale if you have low key in it, dude.
You can Cruiserweight, brother, for me to sign this contract.
Stupid ass fucking old head booker idiots taking the best workers of the goddamn company and saying, well, no one-on-ones, bro. We got this battle royale
Of
for you.
course.
This company
And-
deserved to die as soon as this match aired. They should have like never even, this shouldn't even been taped. The camera should have died on the point.
It's unbelievable. They also renamed Low Key to Quick Kick.
Okay, I thought they did. Quick kick, of course. quick,
And
quick.
Tongan Prince is Prince Iakea.
Got the Prince and Tongan Daniel Hoovy Styles. Who the hell are these guys? Anyways, Josh Matthews is here.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You got
So, yeah, so
goddamn 2001 Styles and Daniels and Low Key and Kid
Holy
Cash
fuck.
and Hoovy.
Yeah.
And they're like, Josh Matthews from Tough Enough is here.
So the match is Battle Royal, Quick Kick, known as Low Key, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels with hair, Tongan Prince, Prince Iakea, Psychosis, Juventud Guerrera, and I was very excited about this, James. Billy Fives made it to the XWF, baby. Billy Fives had a legendary
Legend.
CZW run where he came in for 2 shows, wrestled Justice Pain. He like looks good. And then they hung Lobo off a building, and a fan yelled at him and said, "What happened to Billy Fives?" And Billy Fives' entire career is summed up by Lobo saying, "Billy Fives was a good idea in theory."
He is hanging from the side of a building. Why he says that, by the way. Outside.
And I was so excited because Billy Fives is a Florida guy, so I imagine that's how he got on here. Yeah, so they're doing they're all doing shit. Kid Cash hits a fucking Kaniku Buster on fucking Quick Kick. I'm like, holy shit. Billy Fives and AJ Styles are chopping the shit out of each other. Then AJ Styles dumps him face first over the top rope. And while that exciting, cool elimination happens that they almost missed, they cut to the crowd to show Josh Matthews. So Shivani can yell, "Wasn't he on MTV's Tough Enough?" Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. What the fuck?
Josh Matthews also doing like the fucking Highlanders thing from TNA. Which
Yeah,
is crazy
yeah.
looking.
Shockingly didn't happen yet, which is weird. It feels like it was a callback to that, but it's not. But yeah, he looks bored.
So AJ, we come back. AJ takes this crazy fucking back body drop over the ropes, lands on 2 dudes, gets eliminated.
Psychosis and Hoovy, who also eliminated each other with a suplex over the top rope.
Yeah, of course. Fuck those guys, though, because Josh Matthews is here, fellas.
Of course.
Of course, over the top rope pin submission for this one.
Yeah, whatever. You do whatever you want.
Well, we got Kid Cash and Daniels as the last 2 here.
Is that Kid Cash?
Yes.
Because Tony Schiavone's calling him Kid Crash the whole time.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I said, I'm not sure if that name is not owned by him or whatever, but he definitely is calling him.
No, that's it. That's
No,
it.
Tony Schiavone
Kid
just calling him
Crash.
Kid Crash.
Well, thankfully, it
with the
doesn't
whole time.
matter because Josh Matthews from MTV's Tough Enough is here. So
course he
Kid
is.
Cash spin kicks Daniels over the top rope.
Yeah, he does like the Phoenix kick to his ass and eliminates Daniels and wins the Cruiserweight title. And the biggest part of Kid Cash winning the Cruiserweight Championship, James, is
Dapping up Josh Matthews and bringing him backstage for being the loudest and rowdiest fan here tonight in the Impact Zone.
they even say it on commentary. Oh, Cash thinks Josh Matthews got a raw deal and is going to introduce him to some of the boys in the back. What is he, a
Holy
fucking charity
fuck,
case?
man.
What the fuck is this?
Holy fuck, man. Anyways, so like, you know, of course, Jimmy Hart and fucking Brian Knobbs. We have Christopher
right, baby.
Daniels and AJ Styles here.
Yeah.
Holy, bro. Well, guess what, fellas? Alice Cooper is here to say the XWF sucks fucking dick.
Alice Cooper in an XWF shirt held at gunpoint says, "I'm Alice Cooper, XWF in your face. Welcome to my nightmare." That's right, brother. I'll blow your fucking brains out, dude. I got Carlos Colon and he's a known murderer.
So is Jimmy Snuka, brother. And we got him too.
Don't say that, Daddy!
Daddy!
And then Hulk Hogan shows up again, XWF
Oh
in
my
your face
God,
with
bro.
wrestler grappler hands and XWF fucking shirt on.
Known murderers. That's probably the tag team champions.
No prima donnas, but you could have murderers, brother.
So the Nasty Boys are up next.
Oh my God! Do you know who they're? Do you understand who they're facing here, James? Do you understand the scope of this match?
Dude, I wrote down the Nasty Boys versus Michael and Todd.
They are facing the Johnsons.
Is that who they are, the Johnsons?
Yeah.
God damn, I didn't even know that. Dude, this is what I wrote down here. First I wrote down the Nasty Boys versus Michael and Todd. There's nothing in this world I want to watch less of this shitter ass match.
Oh, by the way, we can't forget the X Girls Incorporated.
Oh, yeah, the XWF girls.
They're in your face.
Of course,
I don't know who the fuck
everybody
they were.
is in my face. Back
fuck out
up,
of my
man.
fucking
They're the Nitro
Jesus
girls.
Christ.
That's what they are. That's what they are.
They didn't do anything like that. They're not even on the show.
Well, not yet. They're gonna be. They're hyping
Do
them.
they ever show up?
They're hyping them, bro. Come on.
All right.
All right, so the Dicks, the Cox, and the Johnsons are here.
And the Nasty Boys.
We do not care about the
No, you care.
All right, so here's the deal with this match here. So someone hits a lariat on Knobs and wins.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. We can call it that.
Someone. Oh fuck! You didn't. Did you skip the Nasty Boys entrance, bro?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Dude, Brian
Dude,
Knobbs comes out with Christian's WWF glasses
Can
on.
we please just fucking
No, we gotta talk about this match.
He does come out with the glasses that go around the head or whatever. Yeah.
Christian's glasses. You know what I'm talking about.
Legit, like I'm talking like outside of the wrestling medium. I don't know if I ever have hated anyone more than the Nasty Boys in anything I've ever watched. I can't stand to even look at them, man. I can't.
Bro, they do the pit stop, bro. You don't like
don't
that?
care.
Pity City, bro.
Pity City?
Dude, well, guess what? He lost a lariat from one of these guys, and it was
Hold on
crazy.
Now. Shivani says no more prima donnas, no politics. This is all for the wrestlers. That's the boys are here.
We have to like hurry this up. I can't deal with this anymore. Dude, okay. Well,
the Nasty Boys get their heat back, and they jump the Shane Twins after the match.
None of this shit makes any sense. Nasty Boys immediately beat them down. They get saved by the Road Warriors, who are now here.
They dap up the Shane Twins and then go outside of the ring to cut a promo.
The Road Warriors yell into the mic that isn't hot, by the way. The mic's not on. The Road Warriors are just yelling about kicking the Nasty Boys' butts.
Yeah, they faced them around the country, and now we're here in the big time, the XWF, and we're going to kick your butt. And Hulk says, I'm going to squish the stinking pus out of your stinking ears, the XWF. Ugh, what a rush. And
dude,
it only gets better from here.
Dude, awesome build to this match because...
Dude, it's hot angle. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is a hot angle, man. They jump the Shane Twins after lariat finish. The Road Warriors come out, and the Shane Twins are also there.
How in the fuck are you successful in like knowing the wrestling business and you can't book worse?
Well, we told our friends we were running a company, and they laughed at us.
Good build here to this match. Because the Nasty Boys, one of the only teams in the entire company with any credibility up to this point.
Even on commentary, they're saying they haven't teamed for 4 years, and Lawler says they haven't showered for 4 years, too.
Good build, because the two default cause beat the Nasty Boys, and now I'm excited to watch.
What next?
No, I'm excited to watch the Road Warriors beat the team that already just lost.
Hey, whoa.
In 2 minutes. In 2 minutes.
Come on, you're not thinking of long-term storytelling, because eventually they'll do the Nasty Boys.
Tell 'em, Tony.
They'll do the Nasty Boys. You know, they lose, so then they can do the Road
100%.
Warriors. The Road Warriors will give them the rub, and the dicks will get over. I'm telling you.
Alex Cooper says that he hates this booking.
Alice Cooper says you're killing the territory, brother.
Well, Willie Nelson has something else to say about this. Let me tell
the
you.
Nasty Boys probably said we're giving the rub here to the shade dudes.
All these guys were like, if we're doing this shit, we have to put over these guys, but also, please put us with the Road Warriors instead.
No one knows how to put over anybody. They think that just losing puts them over or something.
And then beating them up after, and they have to get saved by 16-year-old Road Warriors. The Shane Twins are big dudes, and they're 24 years old here. Come on, man. Well, it only gets better because we go outside to a tour bus. Willie Nelson, and they cut to this by saying, well, let's send it to Willie Nelson and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. What? I thought I was fucking hearing things. I said, what? What? Willie Nelson, this is so funny. Willie Nelson says, well, congrats to you and Hulk and all the other guys. Well, not yet, brother.
Or maybe it is. You're right there, Willie Nelson. Who really knows, dude?
Congrats to you and Hulk and all the guys on the new Wrestling Association. You know the fucking name of it.
That's Russo's promotion, or it could be mine, dude.
And then they do a hard cut because he can't do a full one-take promo, so they do like
no way.
A hard cut, then more Willie Nelson talking.
Yeah, you start at the bottom and you go right to the top, and don't mess with nothing in between. We all believe in America and free enterprise, and we definitely believe in line XWF.
In your face.
Oh! All right, in your face.
All right. Well,
yeah, we believe in you and Hulk. Oh, I would hope so, brother.
You better
should follow my career wherever I go. It could be here, but it might not be.
So pre-tape, Vampiro's cutting a Raven promo with a weird voice filter.
Yeah, fuck. Vampiro says he stood by for years watching guys with no passion and no talent get big breaks. It's him talking to himself or cutting himself off. He says, I've been lied to, buried, stabbed in the back, but no more.
Dude, fucking this whole promotion just is like the pettiest fucking shit ever.
They're all babies.
Yeah,
they're all prima donnas.
Yeah, just little fucking babies.
Let's that tagline is no prima donnas and have all the prima donnas here.
Every wrestler that thinks that they didn't fucking get to do shit.
Dude, all wrestling is prima donna shit. That's every angle ever. You can't not have prima donnas.
We all did not get our breaks, so let's all join together and make a promotion where we all still don't get our breaks.
We will all get our breaks together at the same time. There is enough room at the top of XWF for all of us. Except maybe there's not, brother. Vampiro says the learning curve has gone full circle, and to get what you want, you have to stand up and take it. Get ready for the resurrection of Vampiro. Vampiro, like, he's not like his career's not dead.
No way.
No, man. He just had like that fucking Sting thing, and then like whatever.
Yeah, but historically, he hated his WCW run. He hated that shit forever. He still hates it.
That's what people remember, buddy. So let's just keep that right.
Yeah, you don't remember his XWF run, you're saying?
I can't believe they can't. Mr. Perfect versus Vampiro in weird outfit. So Bobby Heenan's here. Bobby Heenan, no longer a manager. He is now the agent for Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't know why change that?
I think it's
he
probably
wants to be a sports agent now or something.
I think his voice is starting to go. It kind of made me.
So he didn't want to talk as much. Maybe
sad when I saw it.
Yeah, his promo. I mean, it's not as bad as it gets, obviously. But you can tell he's like, has a little.
Yeah, it's getting there.
But he's still fucking good on the mic, though, which is he's awesome. Better than most of the fucking people on the show.
Vampiro fucking comes out here, man, and like he's not cool anymore, man.
He's resurrected. Fuck you.
He's not cool anymore, man. So
no,
Vampiro
bullshit. He had flames. It was awesome. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, he had all the passion, and you don't have any passion, and suck my dick.
Yeah, you just don't get it, James. You don't get the storytelling in XWF.
Yeah, you didn't draft fire. That's why you didn't like it.
Nah, I don't. So Vampiro was there's no pushback from me. You're right. Vampiro was supposed to get a huge babyface push in XWF, so they fucking had Roddy Piper beat somebody up for him. Apparently,
dude, this is so like everything everyone says that was this. Oh, this is WCW. This was fucking dog shit. Whatever this was, like the whole concept of this is that everybody is on even fucking playing ground and you make it to the top if you can fucking make it to the top. They have this fucking match. They just do awesome, whatever. Hennig fucking does all the classics. Vampiro hits a crazy spinning wheel kick off the top rope and smashes his whole ass into Curt Hennig's head and kills him. Then they show a shot of Bobby Heenan loading up brass knucks on the outside, which Roddy Piper immediately detected in the time that he did so and was able to run from the back all the way out to ringside and take them. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Stopping Heenan from doing some bullshit. Piper takes the brass knucks, turns around, and punches Curt Hennig in the head with them. And then Vampiro hits Curt Hennig with his finisher and then wins. And then the end of the show is Roddy Piper, who is the commissioner, the CEO Sable, and man who just won by cheating Vampiro, all raising each other's hands.
Not to mention, the fucking referee was right there. He was actually like right next to Bobby Heenan because he was trying to get this whole thing under order.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, brothers? Knobs and Jimmy Hart said this was good TV, man. It's awesome.
They go from the shot of Sable, Piper, and Vampiro raising each other's hands to Knobs and Jimmy Hart jerking each other off some more just to get that extra bit of cum out of their balls. And he's like, Knobs says, wow, Jimmy, what a start for the XWF. And dude, I don't even know if you noticed because I do not. I watched this twice and that's why I noticed this. Yeah. But if you were checked out, both of you by the end, I do not blame you. If you go back and watch the end of this, it's Knobs talking and Jimmy Hart with the grumpiest face on, just stirring, just moving back and forth, looking very unhappy.
You know how many hours of recording they probably did for this DVD? Holy.
It's so fucking funny. I'm sick of your shit, Daddy.
Daddy, let's stop talking about the XWF.
So Knob said, he talks about Hennig and Road Warrior Hawk passing away. And
that was nice of him to do.
That was super nice. And then they cut to like a rest in peace graphic. I was like, oh, that's a nice way to end this part. Then they come back, and Jimmy Hart says, "Oh, we got a lot more to come."
No, you don't.
Stop it now.
No, you don't, buddy.
Stop it right now. And that was episode 1 of the fucking XWF. And man, it is going. And listen, guys, viewers, dippers, listeners, we love you. I promise we do. And we will do a lot for you.
Or maybe we won't, brother.
It is going to take a fucking lot to get us to fucking watch part 2 of this, man.
Yeah. Insane,
Episode,
man.
like, that's, I mean,
There's
unless there's
no
like
way. There's no
an
way.
unbelievable listenership and demand that is catastrophic to the internet. There's no fucking way, man. This shit sucks.
Yeah, man. This is tough, bro.
You are right.
Oh, man. But talking about it with you guys is fun, so I'll give it that.
Yeah, thanks for watching it twice.
Fuck. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Just a tiny bit of acknowledgement. I appreciate that.
Or maybe none at all, brother.
Maybe you should have watched it 3 times, brother. Or none. I never watched the show, dude.
Or maybe I did 4 times.
There's no way Hulk Hogan watched any of this.